What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and today I wanted to do a deck profile over Red Dragon Archfiend. This deck is a more competitive build using the brand new Earthbound Immortal Stone Sweeper that we got from, of course, Maze of Millennia, so that card is out now. It's a super rare, so it's not too tough to get, and it adds a lot of consistency to the deck, being able to be a good searcher for our resonators. And I thought it'd be fun to do an update, because the last deck profile we did on Red Dragon Archfiend, it was basically just 3 of the decks and making a budget version. Well, this is a more competitive build and all that too, and I try to keep it too cheap as I could. You know, it's budget friendly and all that kind of stuff too, so be sure to leave a like and all that if you want to see more deck profiles in the future, and let's just go through it, okay? Alright, so starting us off, of course, I am running 3 of Stone Sweeper. Again, this card is mainly a searcher for your resonators, helps you get them easily. It's also a level 5, so with this deck, I feel like a lot of it is basically your tuner monsters are closer to like the level 3, and you want level 5s to then, you know, go for your Red Dragon easily. There are, of course, many other strategies on that, but basically, you just want this card to help search for your resonators. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing here. Then, of course, for the rest of our monsters that aren't necessarily resonator cards, we have Bone Archfiend. This card is still awesome, easy to bring out. I mean, you can just discard a card and all that too. You can change some levels around to help you get the levels you need for the right, you know, synchro monster you're trying to bring out. You get all set up and you go for the OTK, basically. You're going for the maximum damage you can do. I'm also running 2 of Wandering King Wildwind. This card's still awesome. I like this one quite a bit because, again, it's an easy special summon. You can search for it using Soul Resonator as well, just kind of an instant Red Dragon with that, easy special summon, and then also into the graveyard it's still useful, so yeah, gives you about everything you need right there. Then also 1 of Obsessive Uvalut, I believe is how you pronounce that one. It's a good level 4 tuner monster that's easy to bring out, and again, just another way to help you go for that Red Dragon even easier. Then also, we're running 3 of Soul Resonator, again from the structure deck, one of the newer ones from the structure deck. This is the one that's your searcher, whether you're normal or special summoning. Pretty much the main resonator I like the most. Then, of course, also 3 of Crimson Resonator. Another one that's easy to bring out there with its effect and everything to get it special summon on the field. Also, comboing it with like Red Rising makes it so you can bring it out and then search for more resonators and get them on the field. Basically setting up for like Red Nova and that kind of stuff really easily. Then also 2 of Vision Resonator, again from the structure deck too. This is the other ultra rare that's basically from it, the Resonator, and it's easy to special summon because you just need to synchro out there, so you can special summon it, building off of your Red Dragon Archfiends to go to the higher level versions, you know, basically ranking up or whatever, or going for the stronger ones. And also it has its searching ability, helping you go for your spells and traps, so adds consistency on that too, so that way you have one that goes for monsters, and then one like this one that will help you go for your spells and traps easily, and get what you need all set up. Also 2 of Synchron Resonator, again, just easy to bring out when you have a synchro monster. You can special summon this one, so it helps you on that. And yeah, with the different levels that we have too, again, it makes it easy to have what you need to then go for your big synchros, like, again, Red Nova. I mean, Red Nova is so easy to bring out in this, it's pretty funny, and yeah, still does a lot of damage. And then for the last of our monsters, Ash Blossom, because it's Ash Blossom. So yeah, easier to get these days, and there you go, Rarity Collection helped out quite a bit. Now moving on to spell cards, we have 3 of Resonator Call. Searches for your resonators. Pretty simple on that. I mean, not much else really to say there. Also 3 of Crimson Gaia. This is your continuous spell again that we got through the structure deck. It helps you on, you know, going with those destruction effects. It gives you a searcher as well, helping you search for like your resonators and stuff too. And again, just the being able to search and get what you need is awesome because that helps you bring out more synchros, you know, I mean, it gives you more synchros. I mean, the more tools that you have, the more cards that you have, the easier it is to do that. I'm also running 2 of Triple Tactics Talent. Still a great card to use, especially for a deck like this. I mean, you know, it helps counter a few different things on that too. And again, since it is cheaper now because of the Rarity Collection, I feel like it's a little bit better to be able to use in one of these decks that is a little bit more rogue / budget. So I like using it more on something like this. And again, it's just a good card to have. Also, 2 of Pot of Prosperity. Again, it's much cheaper now too, so you might as well use this. It's still kind of one of those, though, that is a little bit double-edged sword, because we really don't want to get rid of any of our extra deck, but it's really good at the beginning to get the ball rolling, you know, get what you need and stuff too. So, it's a card I don't normally use late game, because I want to, again, not get rid of anything in my extra deck, but if you have to get things going, it's worth a shot. Then, of course, Called by the Grave, which is just, you know, good for your hand traps and stuff, going against your opponent's hand traps. Then Foolish Burial, get your different monsters to the graveyard to activate their effects. I mean, like Bone Archfiend and all that. I mean, there's plenty that are still useful in your graveyard. Helps you set up for that too. And now that we have Snatch Steal, I'm using Snatch Steal. This card's just good. I mean, I feel like every deck should really use Snatch Steal because it's a game-winning card. It's so powerful, and I'm still kind of surprised we got it back again. So, I feel like it needs to be ran in everything, to be very honest. And maybe another reprint to make it a little easier to get to. Then I'm just going to go on ahead and move on to our trap cards. I am running 3 of Impermanence. Impermanence has gotten cheaper these days, so not too tough to get, whether it be like the, what was it, the Cyber Dragon structure deck, the Cyber Dark or whatever. And of course, Rarity Collection makes it easier to get, so really good. And Impermanence to 3 and Ash Blossom to 3 are pretty much in every deck, so yeah. And if it was in the OCG, I'd probably also have the 3 Max C, but yeah, they're pretty much in everything on that. Then also one of Red Zone. Really good because there are a few of our Red Dragons that get banished and stuff too, so being able to get them back is really nice, so I really like having this card for that reason. And then 1 copy of Red Rain. I just feel like this card can be a all out, you know, you have your Red Dragon out there, you use this, and you're like, okay, now I'm just going for it. You know, it's just like a good card to just really mess with your opponent, get rid of problems out there, and yeah, and being able to come back over and over, you only really need 1 copy. Now, of course, for the extra deck, we are running 3 of Red Rising Dragon. Red Rising is just awesome. I mean, it's your mini Red Dragon Archfiend that becomes a Red Dragon, so pretty self-explanatory on that. Bring it out, boom, get another Resonator, Synchro Summon, yeah, nothing's changed on that. And then after that, we're also running one of Quibelt, the Blade Dragon. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's actually a really good common card that's from Dune, and yeah, I mean, it's a good level 7 that is generic. And it's another dragon that we can bring out. Has a good destruction effect too. Dark dragon, so you do have, you know, more options with that. It actually works well with the deck. And it kind of feels like a level 7 red dragon. Sort of. Then, obviously, we gotta have a couple of Red Dragon Archfiends, the original, so running 2 of those. Also running 2 of Scarred Dragon Archfiend, which is, you know, the one from the structure deck. Really great. It's usually your go-to to go for first, because then you get a Red Dragon Archfiend after it's part of a Synchro Summon, and you just build off of it and just swarm the field with Red Dragon versions, like the different variations of Red Dragon Archfiend, so really great for that. And also, I like having one of Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, another variation of Red Dragon that is good against a lot of those decks that do special summon a lot of things, so it's good for that, but mainly if you're dealing with something that is trying to stall for time, being able to do some life point damage is good. Then also 2 of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This card's always scary. I mean, you know, easy to bring out, just build off of it. I love the, you know, being able to counter different things my opponent does afterwards, and he's honestly, I think one of the scariest red dragons out there. Then also, I am running one of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. Bane is the slightly stronger one, I guess, really. He's the one that I go for to, like, afterwards, and then I get rid of one of my red dragons, because you usually have, like, a random Red Dragon Archfiend out there because of the structure deck one, and get rid of it, and then I can bring out something else from that, and yeah, he's just a powerful dragon that can help you get more dragons. I am running one of Bestial Dispatter. I'm using my Japanese one because for the longest time I wasn't using my English one, so whenever it went up in value, it's probably the most expensive card really in the whole deck. I sold mine. I probably shouldn't have. So I'm using my Japanese one there. If you want to go for a cheaper option, you could go for like Void Ogre or something if you don't want to spend the money, because the card's a little expensive currently. It could go down at some point. It could be in something coming up, I hope. You know, worst case scenario, probably Mega 10s at the end of this year will have it, so, you know. But, yeah, I'm just showing that you can have that, but Void Ogre, whenever I'm actually dueling against friends and stuff, and they don't want me to use, of course, a card I don't have in English, and if I'm going to a tournament with this, I'll use Void Ogre as well, okay? Then after that, I'm also running a Red Nova Dragon, as well as Red Supernova Dragon. I mean, these are your bosses. These are the big boys you bring out. I do feel like I bring out regular Red Nova a little bit more than Supernova, but depending on your situation, these 2 bad boys destroy everything. So, yeah, really simple to the point and do some damage. And yep, there you go. That is the Red Dragon deck profile, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's a lot of fun to play. It's, like I said, I try to be more on the budget side with this kind of stuff, and with Rarity Collection, it pretty much is. I don't know what Stone Sweeper is going to come out as, but I feel like it's going to be a cheap one because it is just a super. And other than that, Dispatter is probably your expensive card, which, like I said, Void Ogre, Bells is another good one. Yeah, you can replace it with other things. You don't absolutely have to. It's just good to have if you have it. And again, if I wasn't dumb enough to sell mine, yeah, I would have kept a copy for myself. But, yeah. The card hit like $40, so, you know, that means more packs. What can I say? But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more deck profiles in the future. This is kind of a simple one I wanted to do because I enjoyed this deck. And I kind of enjoyed, too, how it's just to the point. It's synchro summoning. You don't deal with Xyzs or links or anything like that. But you can add them if you want. But especially with only 15 cards in the extra, I feel like it's the best choice just to have everything you can bring out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And of course I will catch you guys later. See ya.